Good evening, class. Today I am going to explain the first stanza of the poem, An Elementary School Classroom in a Slum. This is a poem by Stephen Spender, and he raises the question here whether the efforts made by the authorities to impart education in the slum areas are adequate enough. The poem starts like this. Far, far from gusty waves, these children's faces, like rootless weeds, the hair torn round their pallor, the tall girl with her weighed down head, the paper seeming boy with rat's eyes, the stunted, unlucky heir of twisted bones, reciting a father's gnarled disease, his lesson from his desk. At back of the dim class, one unnoted, sweet and young, his eyes live in a dream of a squirrel's game in tree room other than this. This is the first stanza. Far, far from gusty waves. Gusty waves are actually energetic waves of life. And here the classroom in that slum is far from the energetic, happy ways of life. It is a classroom which is full of melancholy, which is full of despair, which is full of hopelessness and malnutrition, and this can be seen in the children also. The children's faces like rootless weeds, the hair torn round their pallor. The children's faces like rootless weeds. These weeds, as we all know, are unwanted plants, and the children's faces are like unwanted. They are unwanted in society, and their skin is of pale color. The pallor here means about pale skin. The tall girl with her weighed down head, the paper seeming boy with rat's eyes. There's a tall girl in the classroom who is completely burdened by her poverty, and there is a paper seeming boy. Then there is a boy who is thin like a paper, and his eyes are like those of rats. As the eyes of rats are looking for food always and are hungry, so this boy's eyes are hungering, are always looking for food. The stunted, unlucky heir of twisted bones. There is one more boy who has inherited a disease from his father, and that disease is of twisted bones, weak bones. His lesson from his desk. This boy is reciting. This boy is reading actually his lesson, but his body seems to recite the disease of his father. At back of the dim class, one unnoted, sweet and young. His eyes live in a dream of a squirrel's game in tree room other than this. Among all these children, there is only one kid. There is actually only one kid who is unnoticed, and what he is dreaming about? He is dreaming about squirrel's game. He is the only boy who is actually thinking, who is capable of dreaming outside of this dull and melancholic and full of despair world. This was what I had to explain today. Okay. Thank you.